Hey guys, Joester here, welcome back to the channel. So I have a new monitor that BenQ is releasing this month. This is the EX3210R. This is a 32-inch size display, which in my opinion, it is the best size for a monitor. Whether you're using it to work or for gaming, 32 inches is the sweet spot for me. So I'm going to share with you my experience using this monitor for work, editing videos, and gaming. So welcome to the channel guys, I'm Joester. And let's do this! Before I start the video, I want to mention that it is sponsored by Cabo USA. Now if you enjoy the outdoors, going to parks or riding with friends and family, an electric scooter is an awesome alternative. The Cabo Mantis 8 is an entry-level scooter with premium features like dual 500-watt motors, tubeless wide tires, front and rear suspension, up to 25 miles per hour top speed, and up to 25 miles of range on a single charge. Now I personally use it to explore parts of my city where I can't explore with my vehicle, and also I don't have to worry about expensive gas prices or driver license or insurance. All I have to do is just plug it in, charge it at home, and I'm ready to go the next day. So check out the link in the description and also use my code so you can save $150 on your next purchase. Alright guys, so let's start the video now. Let's do this. So as I mentioned, this is a 1440p 165Hz monitor with adaptive sync. Now this includes AMD Freesync Premium PRO with 48 up to 165Hz of VRR range plus LFC or low frame rate compensation. Now it offers a 400 nits of peak brightness that peaks at around 430 with HDR and 90% of DCI-P3 color gamut. Now I'm a big time Warzone player and I can tell you that it feels very smooth and responsive. I'm able to hit over 100 frames per second at 1440p resolution easily. It also supports HDR, which you can turn on from the display settings on your PC, and you can choose from display HDR, game HDR, or cinema HDR. Now in addition, BenQ also included their own HDRI technology enhancement, which adjusts display brightness and color temperature to your room ambient light without losing color or saturation or contrast. Now I find this feature useful when I'm in a dark room and I need to lower the brightness and I want to keep accurate colors. Now having a VA panel also gives you better contrast and black levels. However, I did notice some blooming and blue tint in dark areas. I made a lot of adjustments to the settings, but I could not get rid of the blue tint in dark scenes. However, picture looks great when watching colorful content, like colors look rich and vibrant. Even with 4K content, picture looks sharp with good depth. I have another 32-inch 4K monitor with an IPS display, and I decided to put them together to see the difference, and oh boy, what a surprise. As much as I love VA panels, I feel this IPS monitor looks much better. Colors look richer and brighter. Even blacks look darker, which it's very odd for an IPS display. However, some scenes do look better on the VA monitor. Now for example, this is Forza Horizon 4 and I noticed the clouds have more definition and I can clearly see more details. Also the blue sky looks richer and the asphalt has more shadow details. So I really wanted to get better black levels and the key was HDR. I changed to SDR and the picture looked so much better. The blue tint was no longer an issue. Adjusting the picture settings correctly and black levels and contrast will look far better. Now this is how VA panels should be in the first place. The blooming is drastically reduced and colors look fantastic. Now here I'm playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider and you can clearly see the difference. Even though the EW3280U is a 10-bit panel and the EX3210 is 8-bit, colors look almost identical. What makes the VA panel better is the black levels and shadow details. Now, dark games like Mortal Kombat 11 also look great. Blacks are inky black, just how the game should be. Now honestly, I wouldn't worry about HDR. If you want the best picture in HDR, the monitor needs to have local dimming and at least 1000 nits of peak brightness. I will go for a TV if that's the case, but I prefer a monitor because the convenience of having a 32-inch display, I can work and play on my desk almost at the same time. Now there are new features in the EX3210R that the EW3280U doesn't have, like light tuner to make dark scenes brighter and black equalizer. Now this is a 1440p native monitor, but it can accept 4K 60 signal from a console, and the resolution is downscaled to 1440p, but connecting the Xbox Series X and you can play at 1440p 120Hz, which is optimal for shooters. Now here I'm playing Cold War and the gameplay feels very smooth and responsive. Now if you own the PlayStation 5, you can also play at 120Hz, but only at 1080p. Now the monitor will upscale it to 1440p and the picture looks great. Now I also remove HDR so I can get a brighter picture and adjusted the settings for better colors and contrast. So yes, you can use this monitor for next-gen consoles and you can play with an excellent picture at 120Hz performance mode. Now this monitor also supports Freesync Premium PRO, so if you own an AMD video card or an Xbox, you should be able to use this feature. Now this eliminates screen tearing and stuttering when playing for a smoother gameplay. It is also G-Sync compatible via DisplayPort. I have the RTX 3070 video card and I can tell you that it works with no issues. Now one feature that I like from BenQ monitors is AMA, or Advanced Motion Acceleration, which drives more voltage to the liquid crystals to reduce trailing and motion blur. Now this makes a big difference. Here's a sample without AMA and you can see a lot of ghosting from the UFO test, but when I turn AMA, the ghosting is drastically reduced. Now I use number 2 setting. It is not perfect, but the image is definitely clear. This is very helpful when playing fast-paced games like racing or shooters. So this monitor is from the Mobiuz lineup, which are styled in a distinctive way. It has a white stand with an orange rubber strip. There are two 2-watt front-facing speakers with a rear subwoofer, which in my opinion, it is the best design for speakers on a monitor. There is also a sensor in the bottom center which detects ambient light to adjust brightness. The controls are located below the screen, which are super easy to access and very intuitive to use. But also BenQ includes a remote control to make things even easier. Now you have quick access to everything: input, color modes, eye care, audio, system settings. The LEDs in the back can be changed to your own taste, but honestly, I hardly ever use them. There's also an HDMI cable included, DisplayPort, a USB Type-A to Type-B, and supply power. Now, personally, I'm not a big fan of power bricks, but that's how it is designed. Now there are 2 HDMI 2.0, 1 DisplayPort, 3.5mm headphone jack, and 2 USB 3.0 ports. The stand has many functions like rise or lower the monitor, you can swivel, tilt. There is also cable management through the stand, which works great and looks clean and organized. Now the 2.1 sound system integrated in the monitor is one of the best. I don't have to worry about having external speakers and dealing with more cables. Everything looks clean and works just fine.
Oh, hello there, my friends. You ready to kill some people?
You also have access to 5 different audio presets depending on what you're doing, and all this can be done through the remote controller. Now overall, this is a beautiful monitor. The curved display is a more immersive experience while playing racing games. The 32-inch size is the perfect size in my opinion. It's not too big, it's not too small. I use it to edit my videos, gaming, while sitting around 2 feet away. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like to purchase one of these monitors, I will leave a link in the description of the video so you guys can check it out. I'm Joester, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Joester out.